Hey guys, welcome back to another video session. This is Paul and you're watching Willis Educatella. In this today video session, I would like to discuss about control statements in Java. Before going to the topic, do subscribe my channel, like the video and press the bell icon for my notifications. Now let us discuss what is a control statement. A control statement works for deciding the next task of the other statements whether to execute or not. So a control statement works for deciding the next task. So if you are performing a task and we have another task which should be performed after the completion of this. Okay. So this comes under the next task and the statements which are present in this task are controlled by the control statement. So this statement has to be executed or doesn't be executed was controlled by using the control statements. So in Java we have three categories: selection statements, iteration statements and the jump statements. Okay. A program can execute from top to bottom, but if we use a control statement. So if we have a program, so from top to bottom every point has to be executed. So in order to execute the every pin to pin of the program, we need the control statements. Now let us discuss what is a selection statement. So these statements allows you to control the flow of your program's execution based upon the conditions known only during the runtime. So the conditions which are present at the runtime comes under the selection or decision making statements. When I am going to explain each of the selection statements, you will get my point how the conditions works during the runtime. So here we have 5 types of selection statements or decision making statements. First one is if statement, and the second one is if else, and the third one is if else if and else. Fourth one is nested if, and the fifth one is switch statement. So let us discuss each of the selection making statements. First, coming to the if statement. If statement only executes when the specified condition is true. So if we have one condition, so this condition is printed only when the condition is true, or else it doesn't printed and it will switch to the next statement or skip to the next statement. So if the condition is false and there is no keyword, then the first contained statement will be skipped because this condition is false. Okay. When this condition is false, there is no need of printing the data, so it will skip the statements and execution continues with the rest of the program. So after switching from the main condition to the another condition, so it will check the other conditions and execution continues with the rest of the program. So here is an example. So here I consider a class named as if, and in that class I am going to take an variable named as age. It has some value of 20. So if the age is greater than 10, so it is a condition. So age is greater than 10, but actual age is 20. So 20 is greater than 10. So the statement is true. When the statement is true, if code will be run. So system.out.println, the person's age is above 10. So it will print that the person age is above 10 because the statement is true. When the statement is false, it will skip it from the if code and it will perform the operation after the if clause. Okay, if statement. I think so you understood it. Now let us discuss about if else statement. In if else statement, if the specified condition in the if statement is false, then the statement after the else keyword will be executed. So here we have one condition. If this condition is true, it will continue to body of if, or else it will continue to body of else. So when the statement is true, it will go to if block, or else it will go to else block. After that, the operation will be continued same as in if clause. That means the content which is present in the if or else block will be printed. So here I have a class name as if else. In that class I am going to take the same age, that is 20. If the age is greater than 10, system.out.println the person age is above 10. So here 20 is greater than 10, so the condition is true. So the statement which is present in the if block will be printed, and the condition which is present in the else block doesn't printed. Okay, so in this way if else statement works. Now let us discuss about if else statement. So in if else statements, if the specified condition in the if statement and else if statement are false, then it is executed by using else statement. Or else if the if statement is true, it will print if statement condition. Or else if the else if condition is true, it will print else if condition. When the both that means if and if else statements are false, else statement will be printed. So here we have a class named as if, else if and else, and we have the age as 20 if age is greater than 10. So this will be printed. If else if age is less than 10, this statement is printed. Else, that means equal case. So here I am changing the value. If I consider it as 9, okay, so 9 is less than 10, so else if statement will be printed. If the value is 10, so 10 is equals to 10, so this statement is false and this statement is false and this statement is true, so this statement will be printed. So here is the flow chart. So first it will check the expression. If the statement is true, it will continue to if block. If the statement is false, it will go to the second condition, that means else if condition. So the condition which is present in the second block is true, so it will execute else if condition, or else it will go back to the third case, that means the else block. So in that else block it will print the data and it will return to the program. So or else we have the default statement. So default statement represent that the given value doesn't match with any of the given value. So in this way if else statement works. Now let us discuss about nested if. So nested if means if statement inside an if statement. So if we have one if statement, inside this if statement we have another if statement. Okay, yes, Java allows us to nest if statements within if statements only. So Java allows us to perform the nested if statements inside only the if statements. That means we can place an if statement inside another if statement. So here we put one if statement in another if statement. So here is an example. So we have an class named as nested if. In that class I have a value as 10. So first we have one if statement that, and it has some condition. If I equals to 10, so when this statement is true, so whole these statements will work, or else this statement doesn't work. So if I consider I double equals to 9 means the statement doesn't work because it is a false statement. So when the statement is true, it will execute. Now again it will come to the next if statement. If I is less than 15, so here 10 is less than 15, so it will print that system.out.println I is smaller than 15. So inside this if statement we have another if statement. If I value is less than 12, that means first we compared I is less than 15, so this become true. After the execution of this statement we have another statement, that means if I is less than 12, if this statement is true, it will print that I is smaller than 12 too. So, or else system.out.println I is greater than 15. So here it will print that I value is greater than 15 when both these cases are false. Here we have the flow chart. If first condition is true, then it will go to the nested test expression. So this will comes under the nested test expression. If the condition is false, it will go to body of else. So here we have the body of else. When the condition is true, it will goes to nested test expression, or else it will goes to body of else case. So in the nested test expression, if the condition is true, body of nested if. So here we have another if clause, so it will go to the body of the nested if, or else it will go to body of nested else. So it will go to the nested else when the given condition is false. Finally, the statement just below of if. So the statement which is below of the if is that nothing but stopping of that program. So the statements will be printed. So in this way the nested if statement works. Now let us discuss the switch statement, which is most important. The switch statement of Java is another selection statement that defines multiple paths of execution of a program. So if you want to execute the appropriate result of the given program, the switch case is the best one for execution. It provides a better alternative than the large series of if else if. So in if else if we have a number of statements. In order to check those whole statements, we can print the expression directly. So here is an example. So in this example, we have an int age equals to 18. So first the syntax for it. So switch, what we have been taken is taken in the switch loop. So switch age. So here we have the cases inside the switch statement. So case 18 represents that system.out.println age 18. So when the age is 18, it will print that system.out.println age 18. When the age is 19, it will print that age is 19. Or by default, it will print that the age is not matched if the age value is given 20. So it is not matching this statement and it is not matching this statement. So it will print that the age is not matched. At the end of the switch case, the statement will be break. So if this statement is become true, so it will break because this statement is true and there is no need of comparing the other statements because it is a waste of time. Okay, so first it have one case. So if that case is true, it has some block of statements, that means system.out.println some age. So if the case is true, it will check the next case. So if the case 18 is false, it will goes back to another case, that means case 19. So again, if the case 19 is false, it will go to default statements. So here in the default statements, we are going to print not matched case. So in this way the switch statement works. I think so you understood it about the selection statements in Java. In my next video session, I would like to discuss about the iteration and the jump statements, and I think so you will watch them without fail. If you have any doubts regarding the topic, comment below and like the video and subscribe my channel. Thank you everyone.